Hello guys, in this edition of GSheets with DLG, I'm going to show you how to bring all of that sorting, all of those formulas, all those labels together and convert your data into a table or a chart and a graph. So what we're going to do is we need to select all the data that we're going to use. And so just press and hold the mouse and select the data that you want to be in the chart. You can either select the chart option, insert chart over here, or you can also select it from the pull-down menu where it says Insert and Chart. So there's two different ways you can get to charts. It'll actually start to chart your data. It assumed I wanted a column or a bar graph, which is fine in this situation. If I wanted to, though, I could change it to a line graph, or I could change it to any number of other different types of graphs that you can see over here on the right-hand side. Okay, lots of different options. But in this case, it is appropriate for me to have a bar graph. But this graph's kind of small. I really want it to be in its own page. So I'm going to go up here to the three dots, and I'm going to move it to its own sheet. You'll notice down here, I now have a brand new sheet, and the only thing on it is my graph. But I'm still not happy with this graph. I don't like the title. It looks like February has absolutely no days in the month just by looking at it, unless you look at the axis there. So we're going to start modifying and changing. You'll notice that I clicked on the chart and this side menu came up. I can also click up here where it says Edit Chart, and the same menu bar will show up. I'd like to fix the title. I really recommend that your titles have at least 5 words and adequately describe what the graph is about. And in this case, this graph is charting the number of days in each month of the year. That's a little better than days versus months and things like that. So you want to have a good, strong title that adequately describes your graph. If I wanted to, I could bold, I could italics, I could center that title on the chart, different things like that. There are other menu options as well. I can come to series. If I wanted to change the color of my graph, I could change it there. If I had a legend, I could adjust where it belongs there. One of the things I don't like about this graph is the vertical axis, over here where it says number of days. And so when I click on vertical axis, this menu bar will show up. And I'm going to change my minimum value to 0 and my maximum value to just a little past 30 at 35. And now it looks a little more realistic, that the number of days in the months are quite similar to each other. You'll also notice that as I scroll through the graph, it'll actually show me the value of that data set. So December has 31 days, November has 30, and so on and so forth. You also might occasionally want to adjust your grid lines. The grid lines are these lines in between that kind of help, that correspond to the y-axis. And you might want major ones, or you might want none. I'll show you what it looks like with no grid lines. And again, do you notice how it also took off the values over here? But they're still there when you scroll over. So I probably don't recommend having no grid lines at all. Maybe we could have a few. I could change the color of those grid lines. And so don't be afraid to look through these options in the chart editor and get your graph looking exactly the way that you like it. I hope that helps you out.